Just because some people are mental health cases themselves, doesn't mean that we shouldn't look at that. Because, matter of fact, what if we find out that almost all humans are mental health motherfucking cases? And maybe we don't have the name to define what's going on with this person or that person at this time and age. But what if we find out that mental health is the basis of how we experience reality? And certain circumstances, certain conditioning can lead you down certain paths, so to speak. Narcissism. People think people are born with narcissists, and they're not born narcissists. They may be born with certain mental capabilities, but your environment shapes certain outcomes. The way you are conditioned shapes your outcomes. So I'm not saying that schizophrenia and all this is coming from conditioning, but there's mental conditioning as well. Not only mental, but biological, chemical conditioning. So when a woman has postpartum, this is just highlighting the fact of how this works, right? A postpartum, not even just postpartum psychosis. Right now, in the United States, we're highlighting how this works. But this is only one aspect of mental health. Like, there's so many other ways that we can look at this. So at the end of the day, yes, we need to see that this is how things happen. We need to understand and listen to other people's story that actually went through it, so we can identify that. But not only that, understand that there is so many other mental health cases around this motherfucker, and we're not as safe as we think we are. I'm just saying. You're not as safe as you think you are. Like, every day you walk down the street, how many people you think is experiencing some type of mental challenges? And I'm not saying that to say that I'm not. Like, we all got that, right? We all got mental challenges. But at the end of the day, what helps that? If humans find out that we are all mentally challenged to a degree, what do we do? You want to separate people, lock people up if you feel like they're a criminal, lock them away in a different thing if you feel like they went insane for a minute, and then keep people that have not yet committed a certain act or have not been viewed as that yet out in the public and act like the public is a safe space and we live in a certain type of colonized segregation. No, I don't even think that's the solution, because we are human. So at the end of the day, there are certain things that we can do, like support systems, like ecosystems, like changing the culture of America and certain religious doctrines. It's 2026. Sometimes two-parent households is not enough to carry the fucking children. The village ain't raising the children. So those are things that we need to think about and talk about, because I think that it's our responsibility as humans to create a better society. And if we continuously do the same thing, then that shit ain't helping us like that. We're just repeating patterns. Here you go, baby, take this. I don't want to live in distortion. We're in reality. There's a reality that is real, right? So with our mental conditioning, we need to align with that. Yes, when you're going through maybe postpartum depression, you may have anxiety, you may have these different types of things, but how do we manage it? So you think the solution is going to the doctor and letting them prescribe us whatever pills they think they're going to prescribe us, and then now we're going to be conditioned in a certain way through chemicals? Yes, that works to some people. But I don't think that's the ultimate solution. Or possibly it is. But at the same time, somebody has narcissism because they develop it over time. And their environment is not helping them. It is actually, most of the time, helping them be more narcissistic. So at the end of the day, giving them a pill can calm certain thoughts, calm certain chemicals down. But now it's dependent on some fucking artificial shit. So at the end of the day, either we could grow our own medicine, or there's other ways to solve these type of issues to create a good ecosystem with humans on Earth. So some people say this is the right way. Some people feel like force and control is the right way. Other people feel like restoration and proper prevention. Okay? So at the end of the day, put somebody that's narcissistic on medicine, what's the adverse effects? it's just some bullshit to me. So at the end of the day, I get that's where we was at. But moving forward, people need support. In the case of Lindsay Clancy, don't you think she needed support? First of all, it doesn't, but at the end of the day, she tried, and she wasn't seeming to be mentally impaired, which is the scariest motherfucking part. And not only that, when you are mentally impaired, how can you fucking tell you're mentally impaired? Because your reality, what you're seeing as reality, seems real. That's your connection to the world, the way you're perceiving it. So if you're going through a psychotic thing, you can't expect someone to always be the one to get help for themselves, because they don't think they need help in that moment. They may realize it at certain times, but in certain moments, their reality looks different. They're not in tune with real reality. So if we know that, then we know that other people are responsible as well to help people with their mental fucking health. So yeah, I'm not gonna go into that. I was about to go into the story, right? Because I'm always convicting myself. Like, I'm always taking accountability for shit, right? Even overly accountability, because it's gonna help me, and it's nothing to do with the other person or to make the other person seem like I'm the bad person and you just the best person ever and you ain't do nothing wrong. But I did have a sister that stayed with me, and our agreement was her to help around the house, help with certain things, so we can get the business and I can get my things going with what I'm doing. She said okay. She didn't have to pay no bills or nothing. So by the time she left, she felt like I needed to apologize to her for having her cook and clean. Although it's some nuances. She was dating my father. She was cooking for him most. I was vegan. I didn't eat all that stuff like that at that time. So at the end of the day, but her concern was her mental health. And I'm not gonna hold you. I've lacked this type of discernment. So having people in my house, I feel like people are responsible for their own mental health. But understanding psychosis now is kind of like we have distortions as humans. So other people need to help you break distortions sometimes. So at the end of the day, I'm not gonna hold you. There's a certain fear, because I know people are dealing with mental health shit, especially when it comes to spiritual community, because we're on this challenging perception, challenging identity. So that shit can get weird sometimes. If you don't have a certain level or connection with reality and yourself, that shit can go left, right, up, down, anywhere. Because this is life, and there's endless ways and possibilities to exchange with it. So at the end of the day, that when I'm talking about building community, and then we got people that are mental health cases, we either need to take this serious, pay attention to that, or what? You just gonna accept people around you that may snap one day, kill your kids, kill their kids, you know what I'm saying? Kill themselves, like, what? So no, I don't feel like, just separate because they're dangerous. I feel like this is a part of conditioning. This is a lack of something. And there's stuff that we can do rather than kill off humans that do things because of human mental capabilities. Like, that's natural. It's actually natural to have mental challenges. What we call normal is what we thrive to have. Everybody cooperating in a way that's good. That's what we're trying to get to. But naturally, people are mental health cases because we're human. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. So instead of being scared of human shit, we have to be able to critically think and create ways to be able to, set ourselves up for a better future. That's just what it is. Now, peace.